Previously on Profit.
I want you to tell me what you put in the pills you gave Chaz.
Codeine and morphine to make the mind melt.
Here, take a couple whenever you feel poorly.
You're a married man.
Pete's not drinking, but he is planning something with Sykes. Embezzling a few $100s a month to get your mother a better hospital room is hardly a crime.
I'm gonna ask you for one small favor.
You're my new assistant.
In business, the easiest thing to forget is someone's feelings.
Gail applied for a promotion 2 weeks ago. It was denied due to her quote-unquote lack of experience in senior management. She's 31 and looking at a lifetime of typing reports and getting coffee. She wants more, but then again, don't we all?
You okay?
Mm-hmm, fine.
Gail.
I'm fine. I just, passed up again. I'm too good at the small things to be trusted with the big things.
I trust you, and I believe in you.
It's not that I don't like being your assistant. I do. It's just, there's so much more I can do.
You will. I promise.
You better hurry up. You're gonna be late for your meeting with Mr. Grayson.
Thanks.
Jim, the FBI plans to march into my office next week and accuse me of selling missile parts to Red China.
According to who?
The best government source money can buy.
Well, it's not you they're after. It's one of our subsidiaries, Wong Industries.
You think that'll matter to the board of directors? I push the Wong deal. The second a probe starts, I'm out.
Wong's a new acquisition. We can break off before the probe.
And shell out $100 million in penalties. The board would castrate me. Wong is selling missile parts to the Chinese. We have to divest ourselves of them quickly. But we can't pay any kill fee. I need you on this, Jim. I know you get the job done, whatever it takes.
Mr. Wong. Wong Industries is as deeply disturbed about the FBI's racist investigation as you are, Mr. Prophet.
Good. We can talk about severing our ties before the probe starts.
I don't believe that will be possible.
Then why did you agree to see me?
Why don't we step into my office? A device called the Ultra Chip. You know of it?
Mm-hmm. It's a code breaker, right? Theoretically, it allows the user to get into any computer system in the world. We developed it.
Actually, Dr. Jeremy Batewell developed it and took it with him when he left your company. It's eagerly awaited by your Department of Defense.
I see. And you want it?
Very much.
You'd be willing to terminate our relationship if you had it, right? Waive the kill fee.
Precisely.
Uh-huh. You know, Mr. Wong, if I were the suspicious type, I'd say you set this whole thing up just to get the Ultra Chip.
Good luck in your endeavor, Mr. Prophet.
The good doctor, Jeremy Batewell. IQ, 190. Employed by G&G, 5 years. His crowning achievement, the Ultra Chip Codebreaker. A month overdue for reasons unknown, and the subject of intense speculation in Washington and elsewhere. Unfortunately, Dr. Batewell's tenure at Grayson & Grayson was cut short by a secretary there who claimed sexual harassment. Dr. Batewell was fired. The secretary's name was Gail Koner.
I'm sure you remember her.
Yes, temptress from hell. You know her?
She's my assistant. Can I come in?
No. If this is G&G trying to dredge up what happened again.
Dr. Batewell, Gail feels poorly for having you fired. She realizes now that she overreacted and misread a potentially emotional, volatile situation.
And your interest in all this is what?
She's my assistant. I care about her. I know she'd like to make amends, but she just doesn't know how to make that first step.
So what you're saying is... she wants me.
Mr. Prophet, I practically had to go to court to get that man out of my life.
And now we want him back in your life. Dr. Batewell has something we need. Something only you can help us get.
Look, I don't know what you heard, but he...
Gail, I read the report. I know he called you at all hours, followed you, made lewd comments about you in front of other people. He grabbed and fondled your...
Look, I know that I do a lot of things for you that I shouldn't do, and that's because you do a lot of things for me, but I am not gonna do this. You can call the police, you can send me to jail.
Send you to... Gail, you know I'd never force you to do anything. Now, why don't you go see your mother? It's getting late and visiting hours are over at 9.
Hi, Mom. How are you feeling? The doctors say that you're getting stronger. And they say that you're gonna pull out of this. And they say that you can hear me. Can you? Because I need you, Mom. See, I've done some bad things to try and keep you safe. I got you all this. But now I think I'm getting pulled in deeper.
Tap your brother's facts. Sometimes you get good news. By Friday, this place is going to be swarming with feds, and Chaz is going to be sent packing faster than you can say golden parachute.
Well, that's the good news. Here's the bad. This is a severance document Prophet sent us for review.
What's the short version?
He seems to think he can separate Wong Industries from us before the FBI probe.
Only if we shell out $100 million in penalties.
I figured he had something else in mind, so I followed him.
Wow. You got a real devious side, Jeff.
Prophet met with Dr. Jeremy Batewell.
The mad scientist guy? I thought we canned him.
Yes, but Batewell still designs defense technology.
Which Wong Industries would love to get its hands on.
Pete, I want you to know how serious this might get. Prophet and Chaz could wind up doing hard time.
Jim's a friend. Great for the company. Then again, seeing Chaz in jail, wow, I gotta go with that one.
Prophet may be using his assistant, Gail Koner. Batewell is hot for her. His file says he was fired for trying to jump her.
Fine. Just don't let Chaz get away. Well, off to rehab. I'll be in touch about our deal.
And I'll be in touch about Mr. Prophet.
I'm sorry she hasn't called. Gail's been a bit overwhelmed lately. Her mother's not well.
Gee, why do I feel like I'm being played?
She's had a lot on her mind, Dr. Batewell. You might try showing a little sympathy.
I'd welcome the chance. I've been censoring myself for what, 200 days and counting? No notes, no calls, no...
For a man a month late on a government contract, Batewell certainly has given this a lot of thought.
To acquiesce, only to be left hanging.
I know you're a busy man, Doctor. She'll call you tonight.
Jim!
Hey, how are you?
Jim, you going to see my brother?
I want to leave a message for Bobby Stokowski. It's urgent. Tell Miss Stokowski that I called again. Pete, I'm on the phone.
I just wanted to say goodbye. I'm doing it. I'm going to rehab. Just like you've been telling me.
Chaz. She knows the number. Thank you. Jim, come in. Close the door. Rehab. Smell like you could use it.
Starting now, things are gonna be different.
I hope so.
In fact, I think you're gonna be amazed how quickly things are gonna change.
How are we proceeding on Wong?
Well, everything's in motion.
And we'll be extricated from it by Friday?
If everything falls into place, I don't see why not.
Yes?
Mr. Grayson, your wife's on one.
Just take a second. Hi, honey.
Hi, how's everything?
Hell week. I'm heading into a meeting right now.
I just called to say I'm going to be staying up here till the end of the month. I'm getting a lot of work done on this new story, and I figured...
That's great. Miss you. Have fun.
I'm up here to... Right, Chaz. This isn't a spa.
Talk to you in a couple days.
Good...
My wife has decided this month to pretend she's a writer. A lot cheaper than when she pretended to be an architect. I can't shake this headache.
Ever since Bobby left Chaz and quit slipping him morphine.
I've been trying to get a hold of your friend Bobby. She won't call me back. Have you,
I just talked to her yesterday.
And?
You're married.
Tell her this. Divorcing Constance would have severe legal consequences for my family and this company. Is that what she wants?
I'll tell her how much you want to talk to her.
Thanks, Jim.
When you said let's have lunch, I got to admit, I saw something a little more glamorous.
Look, I can pretend like I want to be friends and flirt with you and do that girl crap. But all I wanted was to get you alone and do one thing. Find out what you think of Jim Prophet.
Oh, well, that's, complicated.
Jeff, we're alone. There's no spies. We're miles from G&G. We're talk.
I think he's one dangerous guy playing from a rule book I never read.
Trust me, there's no rule book.
I heard Chaz said you go after me at 5.
Yeah, that's why I need a friend.
Here I thought it was my charming wit and winning smile.
Read this, and then shred it. And then tell me what you think about Mr. Prophet. We can discuss it over dinner.
Dinner? That's gonna be in your office, right?
In my car.
Oh, in your car.
Why are we in Mr. Grayson's office?
There's something I want to show you, Gail.
Should we really be in here after hours?
Of course we should. That's exactly your problem. You don't see yourself in an office like this. I don't think you really believe you belong at the top, do you? Sit down. Come on. Why is that? We both know you're as hard-working, as bright, and as gifted as any Grayson.
Thank you.
And I believe in you. And I believe you have a great future with this organization.
Mr. Prophet.
But Gail, the key to getting where you want to go is the choices that you make. Every choice you've made with me has been a good one. It's been the right one. So when I tell you you're going to be taken care of, you and your mother, you believe me, don't you?
Yes.
And when I tell you I have plans for you, you believe that too, right?
I want to.
Good. So when I ask you to call Dr. Batewell, you know you're going to be perfectly safe, don't you?
I didn't... I don't know what you want me to do.
I want you to get on the phone with him. And I want you to say...
I never hated you, Dr. Batewell. I just need to explain what I was really feeling.
Go on.
I mean, I liked it when you called me and when you touched me in the office. But I wanted more. I knew that you saw other women and I was jealous.
Your jealousy was very hurtful to me, Gail.
I know. And those things I said about you harassing me, they were all untrue. And that's why I want to try and make it up to you somehow.
Well, that sounds like penance, Gail, not love. That's why I wonder if your boss put you up to this.
What do you mean?
But let's not forget where you and your boss work. Is G&G wooing me back? Are you part of my prospective employment package? Gail?
Look, if you don't want to hear what I have to say, maybe we should just forget it. I mean, I thought that this was about us, about what we could have had, but maybe I was wrong.
Tomorrow. I'm post-automobile, so pick me up at 8.
I have a date.
You are definitely executive material. Chaz's wife, Constance Grayson. According to their prenuptial agreement, whoever initiates divorce proceedings shall forfeit all rights, monies, property, and alimony. Chaz won't leave Constance. He can't afford it. That leaves Bobby out in the cold. Unless Constance were to leave Chaz. Now, Connie is hardly happy in this marriage. She spends half of her time away from her husband at various retreats and seminars. Perhaps if she were to meet someone whom she really connected with, someone like...
Excuse me. I'm Eleanor Meacham. Can you tell me where I'm supposed to sign up?
Sure, I'll show you. Constance Grayson.
Well, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This way?
Some people are just like Chaz. They can go on living a lie. But Constance is far too sensitive to let happiness pass her by forever. If her published poems are any indication, the last time she was truly happy was in college, in a lesbian relationship with her lit teacher. Now, who better than my stepmonster to free Constance from her gilded cage? On the other hand, some people actually love their mothers.
What are you doing here?
I come by every so often just to see how she's doing. The doctors say her prognosis is excellent. That's good.
Why is her bed...
I moved it closer to the window. I thought it might be nicer for her. You know, it's important, these visits. You talking to her. She hears everything, you know.
That's what they say.
Bet when you were a little girl, she used to brag to all the other mothers about you.
I'd sit at the window and I'd hear her on the porch going on and on about how I was going to be this big success, make all this money. Take care of her. And were your parents like my mom?
No. My father, he never really expected much of me. So I guess I had it easier in a way.
Did you?
Well, it's getting late. We should talk. Okay. You'll need this. And this.
What is that?
It's a blood pressure medicine. It's perfectly harmless when taken as directed, but if you put all that in Mr. Bakewell's drink, you should sleep for about 12 hours.
And then what do I do after?
Just what we talked about. You call me at home, okay? Good. Gail. You look beautiful.
Hi, it's me.
Combine electronic genius and extreme paranoia with ties to the Department of Defense, and you get an awesome level of security. Impossible to penetrate, and impossible to escape.
Hi.
Yeah.
You look great. Where would you like to go for dinner?
I wouldn't. Maybe we'll order in later.
God, what a great house.
Just out of curiosity, where are you going?
Oh, I thought I would go make us a drink.
By all means. Help yourself.
Can I get you something?
I don't drink.
What?
I'm sorry, was I speaking Turkish? I said I don't drink.
Oh, come on, I hate to drink alone. Why don't you just share this with me?
I'm not thirsty, Gail.
Jeremy. No.
Not a word I like.
No, harder, pull my hair harder, that's it. Come on, that's it. You got another Amy? Go crazy.
Agent Briggs, FBI.
It's Sykes, Tony. Ever hear of a Dr. Jeremy Batewell?
I'm kind of busy.
He designed a little thing called the Ultra Chip. Super decoder that the Pentagon's been waiting for? Well, someone's about to steal it. Do I have your attention now?
Go on.
A secretary that works for G&G is inside Batewell's house right now. She works for Jim Profit. He works for Chaz Grayson.
Are you telling me the CEO of Grayson & Grayson is involved in this theft?
Up to his eyebrows. They intend to give it to the Chinese. Tony, how much time would you give for a thing like that?
Well, that's treason. Around 140 years. When's this going down?
Best guess tomorrow.
Well, I better get on a plane.
I booked you on the red eye. See you tomorrow, Tony.
Hi, Gail.
Mr. Prophet.
We had our drink a little sooner than expected.
Where are you?
I'm in the living room.
Okay. Go back up to the entry and walk upstairs.
Heading upstairs.
Go down the hall. The first door on your right is Batewell's office. You all right, Gail?
Yeah, I'm just a little nervous.
Don't be. He's gonna be unconscious for a while. There's nothing to worry about.
Unless someone lives here with him.
Would you?
Oh, it was a cat. It's just a cat.
All right, the computers are wired to the server. Do you see it?
Yes?
Turn the computer on.
Well, what if there's an alarm?
Don't worry.
Warning. This is a violation.
I thought you said that...
Insert the disk.
This is a violation.
Type lock and load. Hit enter.
Warning. This is a violation. Warning.
How did you...
Batewell designed G&G's computer security. He took it home with him when he left, along with everything else that wasn't nailed down. Okay, type Ultra. Hit the numbers 363, star sys, then enter. What do you see on the screen?
It's a logo. It says Ultra Chip.
Good. You can shut off the computer. Excuse me. Yes?
There's a Mrs. Grayson here to see you.
Send her up, Dave. Thanks. Okay, you know what to do now, right?
Yeah, run the diagnostic, make sure it's the real thing, and then strip out.
We need to know what Pete is really doing in rehab. Who better than Nora to tell us?
Some cocky. It's good for stress.
Thanks.
So tell me what happened.
Uncle Art.
He was there with Pete?
I'm not supposed to tell anyone. They're taking over Grayson and Grayson.
Pete's G&G stock combined with her uncle's company. A hostile takeover to get rid of Chaz.
I'm his wife. I should support him.
Nora, your uncle molested you.
What am I going to do?
When are they planning a takeover?
Soon. They're waiting for Chaz to get caught selling some defense chip to the Chinese, supposed to drive down the stock. What's wrong?
I just hate seeing you like this. You're trapped between his hatred and greed. It's ugly. Excuse me. Hello?
Mr. Prophet, I think there's something wrong.
Well, I've run the diagnostic on the chip, and it doesn't work.
Are you sure it's...
Yes, it's the ultra chip. It doesn't work. I thought it was supposed to be ready.
a month ago. You're absolutely right.
So, what do you want me to do?
What we had agreed on, except meet me at the office.
When Batewell figures out what I've done, the first place he's gonna look is G&G.
Gail, trust me.
When a crisis hits, the key is never be afraid to improvise.
I want to thank you for seeing me on such short notice.
What's on your mind?
If I give you the ultra chip, I'm cheating you.
How so?
Oh, it may be fantastic today, but in 2 years it's going to be obsolete. You're going to have to buy or borrow ultra chip version 2.
There's no way around that. Chips become obsolete.
Chips do. Chip makers don't.
Thanks. Are you married?
Sort of.
As in, you belong to him, but he belongs to every skirt that walks by?
Well, he had a hard childhood. His father beat him. Apparently not enough. Oh, God, I'm awful.
Well, who had a good childhood? It's no excuse. What hurts is these men make you feel like
you don't matter. I can't believe you know me so well and we've just met. Eleanor, what is it?
I'm just so lonely. Do you ever get lonely?
I wrote the book on lonely.
My husband died a long time ago. I don't really have any friends. No one I can really talk to. I'm dull as dirt.
No, you are not dull. You're terrific.
You are so sweet. You remind me of my best friend in high school. We used to have these great sleepovers.
It's okay.
Good morning. Hey, it's late. I gotta go.
What did we...
What didn't we? It was great.
Why am I lying here in incredible pain?
Well, you jerked your head back and you hit it when you, I loved it. But I gotta fly.
Miss Koner? Prophet's secretary is delivering the ultra chip to him right now.
My secretary won't even make me a cup of coffee. So now we wait for him to deliver it to the Chinese. He will deliver it himself, won't he?
Of course.
Speaking of coffee.
I'll get it. I don't want Prophet to know the FBI's here. Hey.
Hey.
I read that report you gave me on Prophet. Is everything in there true?
Everything.
All right. Then sit tight, because later today you're going to be real happy.
Why did we change the plan and meet back here?
You'll see.
There's one tiny little problem.
What?
Batewell spilled the medicine before I could make him drink it.
And?
And I hit him over the head. Well, but he's okay. I made him think that it was an accident.
We should probably lock that. I want you to call Mr. Wong on his private line. He's probably getting a little anxious.
Yeah, but the chip doesn't work. I mean, won't it?
Thought you were pretty clever, didn't you? Well, meet my highly paid rabid lawyer and his legally obtained court order, which I promise you is only the beginning of a massive civil and criminal process that'll take a very satisfying chunk out of this company. She's the thief. He's the one who put her up to it. Find the chip.
Have you an idea what these guys are talking about?
I'm talking about you having your next hair pull in prison, Gail.
How would I have any idea what they're talking about?
This is locked.
Give him the key. Gail's got nothing to hide.
Give him the key.
I'm curious how Gail reacts under pressure. Will she panic or obey?
Mr. Prophet?
I don't know why you're so anxious to get the chip back, especially since it doesn't work.
What?
You've committed fraud against the government of the United States. I'm sure it's all going to come out when we're arrested, but, well, it'll be nice to clear the air.
Stop. Forget the court order. I recant. Get out.
Well, that was exciting. Why don't we all step into my office? According to the reports you sent the Department of Defense, your research on the ultimate codebreaker is a month overdue. We all know that's a fraud. You're not going to make the deadline, are you? Shoot, you're not going to make any deadline. It's my experience with the government that when you defraud them, they're not that quick to forgive. So what was your plan? Okay, you were going to fake a burglary. Pretend some foreign power stole the chip. The useless chip is now gone. You sink your money into T-bills and wait for your next lucrative government contract. God. Makes you proud to be a tax-paying American citizen, doesn't it, Gail?
Mm-hmm.
I assume you want a piece of my pie, too.
Well, I've set up a real buyer, if that's what you mean. Wong Industries.
You want me to sell the ultra chip to the Chinese?
For $10 million. That 20% finder's fee to me. Not bad considering the useless chip doesn't even work.
But don't you think they'll be a little pissed off?
Now let me worry about that. Are you in or out, Doctor?
I'm in. But I won't forget this.
Good.
Gail, we don't need to be rude. I've set up a meeting with you and our Chinese buyers.
Oh, have you?
Dr. Batewell, I think the easiest way for you to look at this is that you work for me now. Okay? And I pay a hell of a lot better than the government. $8 million for a day's work, it's nothing to sneeze at. You've got a meeting in 2 hours.
I don't drive.
It's okay. Gail will give you a lift. Would you excuse us? Gail?
And people wonder why I never got married.
Deliver Batewell to Wong Industries at 10 sharp, okay?
Mr. Prophet, I'm sorry. I should have trusted that you would look out for me.
It's nice to watch people struggle and grow and discover who they really are.
You playing hooky this morning?
Yeah, you caught me. How'd you sleep?
Good. Thanks for helping me last night. It made me realize that maybe I don't even need a man. Just somebody who knows how I feel. We all need someone like that.
Come here.
Constance, you feel like I never felt like this way.
It is wonderful.
No. I can't. You're a married woman.
He's calm, isn't he?
Very. He lets others do the sweating.
Now, who does that remind me of?
Here it comes.
Okay, wait for the handoff. Okay, go! Go! Federal agents, you're both under arrest. Hold.
Tony?
Put up your weapons. I know this guy.
Larry's son, Commerce Department. Let's not get excited here.
I think we're all on the same team.
Yeah? How's that?
Mr. Prophet intercepted this cryptographic program
Intercepted.
and prevented its unlicensed export. I'm gonna recommend him for a citation.
Thank you, Mr. Prophet. I wish all our citizens were as clear-headed as you.
Not that clear-headed. Dr. Batewell got away. You guys should put out one of those, gosh, what do you call it when you're looking for a few...
An APB.
APB.
Get on it. Look, Larry, we can just forget about this, right? I mean, you should get a citation, too. Look, I'll write up the request myself. Okay?
Okay.
I think of you as a friend, so I'm gonna say this nicely. Lose my phone number.
I'll give you a ride back to the salt mines? I'll be in my car.
So will Prophet force me to do other things? Logically, he would. Is it a bad life?
It's,
Never mind, I'm sure I'll find out. Now what? Well, with 6 you get egg roll. Mr. Wong, Hey! Easy, I was kidding! Hey!
What are you doing?
completing the deal Mr. Prophet and I made for the chip maker. Why don't you go, Miss Koner? You don't need to see this.
Let go of me! We're shooting! Gail! Hey! Gail! Help me! Gail! Call somebody! Do something, please! Gail! Help me, Gail!
An interesting test of moral character. One I never doubted she'd pass.
Gail!
Now I'm a kidnapper.
Hardly. Dr. Batewell's a wanted fugitive. They're just assisting him in his travel arrangements.
He's a fugitive because of what we did.
No, Gail, because of what he did. It wouldn't take the government long to figure out that chip was useless and they'd been defrauded. Batewell's simply defected rather than face arrest. Relocation is probably the best thing that could happen to him right now.
I thought revenge would feel good. I'm sure that he deserves whatever he gets, but it doesn't feel right.
Of course it doesn't, Gail. Revenge is pointless. It's a tool for the weak. And you're not weak. Not anymore.
Gail, I was looking for you. Jim told me you went above and beyond the call of duty on the Wong deal. I just wanted to show you how grateful I am.
Thank you, sir.
We're going to have to keep our eyes on this young woman. Hey, Jim?
That we will.
The key to real success is to take all your fears and put them in a box and lock them away. Of course, not every evil can be tied up in a neat little package. But that's the challenge. To face our own personal darkness and to put our demons where they can't hurt us anymore. To do what we can to make the world
a better place.